Na dann, herzlich willkommen zurück zu Elder Scrolls Online Elsweyr, die Story. Folge 20. Kleine Premiere quasi. Es werden noch einige Folgen folgen, aber so 20 ist ja schon mal nicht so schlecht. Erstmal schon mal danke fürs Einschalten und ja, im letzten Teil haben wir ja zusammen mit Kamira hier diesen Schattentempel, Schattentanztempel oder sowas ist das, sind wir durchgegangen und haben die Geschichte erfahren, was Cadwell da so gemacht hat. Und warum der als der Betrüger gekennzeichnet wird. Und jetzt gehen wir weiter. Wir wollen ja tatsächlich sein wiedererwecktes...
Wait, my friend. Let us talk before we confront the betrayer.
Ja, machen
The
wir.
ancient memories become clearer in my mind with every passing moment. We follow the same path as the heroes of legend. Kunzari, Anequina, the betrayer, they all walked these steps to reach Jode's core.
Tell me everything the attuned memories have shown you.
I see the truth of the myths and legends. Kunzari tricked Calcrontid into storing the might of the dragons in Jode's core. Then, the heroes of the Krajund lured them into the halls of Colossus and sealed the doors.
Right, then the betrayer stabbed Kunzari in the back.
Yes, he murdered Kunzari and then came to this temple to gain the power to move the moons and open the way to Jode's core. You see, the path only appears at the moon gate of Anequina when the moons are aligned, as in an eclipse.
The moon priest stopped the betrayer back then.
True, but many died before they lopped off his head. The betrayer was the greatest warrior of his day. If it comes to a battle, it will not be an easy one. There is an apparatus in the sanctuary, linked to the larger moon gate. That is what we seek.
You deal with the apparatus, I'll take care of the betrayer.
We are about to enter the place where the betrayer faced his greatest failure. Where he died at the hands of the remaining heroes and moon priests. We must make sure history repeats itself.
Und normalerweise sagt man immer, die Geschichte soll sich nicht wiederholen, aber gut. Do you have any advice on fighting the betrayer?
The shade of Anequina darkens with rage whenever I think about him. Even before his betrayal, she detested the man. He was vain, proud, a great sword fighter, but full of ego and hubris. Perhaps that is his weakness, his pride.
Okay, das hört sich ja schon mal gut an. Vault of Heavenly Scourge. The Heavenly Scourge. Scourge, glaube ich. Ja, Scourge. Dann mal schauen, was uns jetzt erwartet. Wahrscheinlich brauchen wir wieder, um mit dem Cadwell zu reden oder den von irgendwas zu überzeugen, diese komische, die ganzen Dinger aus der Gilde etc. pp. Oh, wir sollen ihn wirklich einfach töten. Okay, ich dachte, wir können irgendwie mit dem reden oder sowas. Das wird ein lustiger Kampf.
Too late, fools! The eclipse has started. I'm going to share the power with the dragons. Magnanimous, don't you think?
Coole Fähigkeiten. Sind das irgendwie Portale gehen? Nee, das sind irgendwie... Keine Ahnung.
Sure, these lovely keepsakes don't squeak.
Ein paar Heavy Attacks, dann auch wieder ein bisschen Mana haben. Wir können wirklich einfach nur kämpfen sein. Das ist so schwer, sieht es jetzt gerade noch nicht aus. Und das N. Oh, okay, da macht schon ordentlich Schaden, der Junge. Wenn er mal trifft.
Sure, these lovely keepsakes don't
Und
my
hinter...
portals confuse
Hey.
you? Good!
Ach, das sollen Portale sein. Au. Au, 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 au. Okay, Wunder.
My
Ah,
portals confuse you? Good!
das geht so. Da muss ich wieder ein bisschen Ressourcen
I can
regenerieren.
strike from any direction.
Ja, coole Fähigkeiten hat er
Sure,
natürlich.
these lovely keepsakes, don'ts.
Und dann wieder das.
Sure, these lovely keepsakes, don'ts.
Schon wieder voll Mana zu haben, dann können wir wieder ein bisschen.
Do my portals confuse you?
Ich meine, dass ich damit selber confused, indem du einfach in uns reingesprungen bist und dann mit uns weg warst. Okay, ein bisschen. Aua. Ah, das hat gut Schaden gemacht.
Yeah, let me
Einmal heilen.
wide the path
Nicht zu aktivieren.
to
Ey,
oblivion.
heil.
Sure, these lovely keepsakes,
Nochmal heilen.
don'ts.
Okay. Muss ein bisschen aufpassen, dass er nicht zu nah an uns rankommt.
Do my portals confuse you? Good.
Und heilen nochmal.
Yeah, let me open wide the path to
Wir
oblivion.
müssen schon irgendwie was Besonderes sein, wenn wir gegen Cadwell doch so relativ gut klarkommen, muss ich ehrlich sagen. Ich will eigentlich ungern den Heiltank benutzen,
Do my
ob wir
portals confuse you?
das schaffen.
Good.
Ei, 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 ei.
Sure, these lovely keepsakes,
Arsch.
don't. Yeah, let me open wide the
Schild wieder
path
aktivieren.
to
Ei.
oblivion.
Einmal. Schild wieder aktivieren. Und ausweichen.
Something
Ja.
is wrong. I cannot stop the eclipse.
Ha. Ja, droppt jetzt auch nichts Besonderes, sondern nur so eine. Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass der sich irgendwie abgesichert hat, dass er quasi gar nicht wirklich mehr sterben kann.
The betrayer did something to the apparatus. The moons cannot hear my plea.
So you can't stop the eclipse? What the fuck?
No. The betrayer has set the moons in motion, and they will not answer to my song. There is nothing to stop the dragons from using the moon gate of
Ouch.
Anequina to reach Jode's core.
Ouch. Ja, so Elsweyr is doomed.
Not yet. This apparatus moves the moons, but the moon gate of Anequina creates the portal to Jode's core. Luckily, I sent forces there to defend it from the dragons. We will join them. But first, the memories tell me we have one more task here.
What do we need to do?
Anequina's memories show me how she once used the dragon horn.
Oh.
The combat dragon horn you gave me. It needs to be energized, have its power restored. Activate the nearby temple relic, and I will charge the dragon horn.
I will activate the temple relic. Okay, wir können einfach. Blub.
Everything. Kunzai, Anequina, Cadwell, John and Jode. All of it into the dragon horn.
Oh.
A dip in cold hard is refreshing, pleasant, and I'm fit as a fig tree. Now, where's the evil me?
Oh, Cadwell ist so süß. Ich finde, das ist so ein toller Charakter.
Where is the fiend? Let me at him. I returned as soon as I could to help you give the betrayer a good threat.
Well, I already beat him to death.
I feel tip-top, I must say. I thought it was the cozy confines of my beloved Cold Harbor, but I suppose it has more to do with the destruction of my other half. Well, good show. The world is saved.
Not exactly. The betrayer set the moons in motion. When they align, the dragons can reach the core.
That doesn't sound good. Let me think. If I concentrate, I can recall what was going through my despicable other self's mind. He wanted to make sure no one could stop the path from opening. He promised the dragons.
There must be a way to stop the eclipse.
I'm afraid not, at least not from here. He did something to the apparatus. It can't be used again. Chimera might be able to separate the moons, but she'd need to do it at the moon gate. She looks a little peaked, though, doesn't she?
We need her to get back to Rimmen. Yeah.
I am all right. Cadwell, can we use your portal to return to Rimmen?
Of course, Chimera. It's ready.
Wir müssen nicht laufen. Ach, können wir das benutzen? Schade. Schade. Hätten wir die Macht an uns selber reißen können. Flup, einmal rein da. Ja, das ist schon praktisch. Cadwell, der kann sich überall hin teleportieren. Das ist so toll. Ich will diese Rüstung auch haben, die sieht cool aus. Vielleicht kriegt man sie noch irgendwann. Ich glaube, das ist sogar eine vorbestellte Rüstung aus dem Dingsmonster, glaube ich. Oder irgendwas. Ich weiß nicht, ist auch egal. Kamira.
The eclipse approaches, and with it the opening of the moon gate of Anequina. We have a short amount of time before the way to Jode's core appears. At least I am attuned, and I was able to charge the dragon horn.
What do we do now, Kamira?
Gareshri has already gone to the moon gate of Anequina to take charge of the forces there. We will join him shortly. Thank you for helping with my attunement, Five Claw. With you and my ancestors beside me, we will find a way to stop the dragons.
Ja, ich muss wohl leider noch was aus meinem Inventar rausschmeißen, damit ich die Quest completen kann. Ich schmeiß einfach das kurz raus.
The eclipse approaches.
Ja, das hatten wir gerade schon. Und
we stopped the betrayer, but not before he set the moons in motion.
oh, Level 11.
Soon they will align. When the eclipse occurs, the moon gate of Anequina will open and grant access to Jode's core, which is exactly what the dragons desire.
How much time do we have?
Some, but not a lot. Luckily, we anticipated the connection to the moon gate and sent Gareshri ahead with whatever forces we could spare, which was not as much as I would like.
Ja.
I just wish we had something else to fall back on.
Und what about the dragon horn?
The combat dragonhorn is charged, but we still do not know its full capabilities. We must not waste its energy, so we will save it until absolutely necessary. We should make our way to the moon gate now. Tell our companions, it is time.
I'll gather
Our companions left the palace to wander Rimmon and consider what is to come. Find Abner Tarn, Zamarak, and Prefect Kalo. Cadwell too, if he is still around. I would like them to join us at the moon gate, but will understand if they decide not to.
Where is the moon gate of Anequina?
The ancient structure rises out of the jungle far to the southwest. To think, a place known primarily as a pilgrimage stop and historical curiosity may turn out to be the site of Elsweyr's most crucial battle yet.
Tell me more about the moon gate.
The moon gates are among the oldest ruins in Elsweyr. Of the few sites we know of, the Anequina ruin is the most well-preserved. Moon priests consider it sacred. The Riddlethar ties it to the lattice. The rest of us, we see a pile of old rocks.
So what actually happened to you at the Shadow Dance Temple?
I can only tell you what I experienced. I became one with the temple, with all its memories and past experiences. I connected with my bloodline, with the first Anequina herself. I was attuned.
What does that mean, attuned?
I underwent the process of attunement, the same as Anequina and the moon priests of the temple, the same as Cadwell. I know how to make the moons move, provided we find a working lunar lattice apparatus.
Lattice, okay, lattice. Yeah, the dumbest Wortspiel. Can you open portals like Cadwell now, too?
Some of the stories about Anequina speak of her teleporting from place to place. I see something about portals, but it does not make much sense. Perhaps when I have had 1,000 years to practice, I will be as competent as Cadwell, yes?
Okay, dann machen wir uns auf den Weg. Und wir müssen uns aber noch irgendwie kurz das Level aufholen, das heißt, wir müssen wahrscheinlich noch mehr aus dem Inventar kurz rausschmeißen. Das trinken wir kurz und das schmeißen wir kurz raus. Ich denke mal 2 Level dürften reichen. 2 Sachen rausschmeißen dürften reichen. Ja, sogar schon 1. Einmal ein bisschen Magika. Und die Punkte, keine Ahnung, weiß noch nicht, was ich damit anfange. Spielt auch erstmal keine Rolle. Vor Level 15 muss man sich noch keine großen Gedanken machen. Wenn man auch nicht einen Weapon-Swap hat, dann kann man das einfach noch so behalten. Also ist das nicht ganz so schlimm. Gather your companions, nicht Companions. Oh, warte, steht da schon noch jemand? Ne, es ist nur ein anderer Spieler, okay. Wie viele haben wir? 3 oder 4 waren das? Samarak, Cadwell, natürlich, Admiral Tharn und Carlo, Prefect Carlo, genau. Kann man hier einfach runterspringen? Ja, das sieht gut aus. Tut zwar ein bisschen weh, aber das passt schon. Da ist zumindest schon mal Samarak. Sollte Cadwell nicht hier direkt gewesen sein irgendwie? Das hatte ich nicht, hatte ich das übersehen? Oh, keine Ahnung, was ich zeigen. Samarak.
Quiet moments to meditate have been rare since Samarak returned to Elsweyr. This one needed some time alone, especially after helping Tharn with the dragon at the Shadow Dance ruins. But you look like one who has important news, my friend.
Kamira wants us to gather at the moon gate of Aniquina.
Samarak suspected that would be our next destination. This one noticed that the moons have shifted in the sky, moving in a way that breaks their usual pattern. The betrayer's doing, yes? At least you and Queen Kamira returned from the ruins.
Yeah, the betrayer set the moons to eclipse, but we killed him. Kamira is now attuned to the lattice. Nicht lettuce, sondern lattice.
Then we still have a chance. Samarak has pledged his honor to Queen Kamira. He will not break that vow. This one has a purpose again, and will see it through no matter the cost. Samarak will meet you at the moon gate, my friend.
I'll see you at the moon gate.
Queen Kamira, attuned to the lunar lattice. Samarak never expected to see such a miracle in his lifetime. This one prays that it will be enough when we stand against the dragons.
Speaking of dragons, what happened after Kamira and I entered the temple?
About what you would expect. Tharn used flashy spells to confuse the dragon until it finally gave up and flew away. Then, we encountered a squad of Euraxians led by a necromancer. Those Zamarek dispatched. It was the least this one could do.
Na dann, bye bye. Dann fehlt uns jetzt noch 3 Leute. Aber irgendwie haben wir, glaube ich, Cadwell übersprungen. Ich muss mal ganz kurz auf die Karte gucken. Nee, ist noch da. Dann ist hier Cadwell, Tharn und Carlo. Das heißt, wir gehen jetzt erstmal Cadwell besuchen. Würde ich sagen, ich glaube, der ist am ersten dran, oder? Ja, ist er schon. Der Job erfüllt. Na, da ist Cadwell irgendwo. Hopp. Ging das was hier drunter? Ne, ich glaube, das bin, glaube ich, nicht so runtertauchen. Da hinten wäre Tharn und Cadwell ist dann. Ne, warte. Cadwell ist hier vorne einfach unten. Ne, above. Below. Dann ist er da unten im Wasser tatsächlich. Hopp. Hallo Cadwell.
Hello, come to partake in a before the battle cleansing? I find it prudent to make myself pristine prior to the start of a slaughter. In my experience, the subsequent blood and gore adheres much better to a well-laundered body.
Yes, of course. Kamira wants us to gather at the moon gate of Aniquina.
The moon gate? I hope to wash away the memories of the betrayer, and some stenches can't be removed with soap and water. I'm sorry I made the moons move, my friend. Sorry I helped the dragons.
That was the betrayer, Cadwell, not you.
But before I became the gallantly gaunt, soul-shriven form you see today, I was the betrayer. I originally did all the terrible deeds that led us to this place. I'm rather ashamed. Dash it all.
So help us fix this, Cadwell. Help us to stop the dragons from reaching Jodas' core.
Yes, of course, that was my plan all along. Make up for my past atrocities by helping the nice cat people defeat the evil dragons, just like the hero I was before I became the betrayer. Tally-ho, then. I'll head to the Moon Gate now and meet you there.
I'll see you at the Moon Gate.
As nice as these facilities are, I miss the boiling plasm pools of Cold Harbor. Hot enough to melt the skin right off your bones. What an invigorating sensation.
Won't the water rust your armor?
And your point is?
Ah, okay. Egal. Ich hab nichts gesagt. Ach Gott, Cadwell ist herrlich. Das ist echt ein toller Charakter, der ist echt toll geschrieben. Tharn. Ach, der steht sogar da draußen. Warum steht der denn da? Was macht der denn? Er kann nicht drüber hüpfen, natürlich nicht. Hallo, Mr. Tharn. Ich denke mal, das sind beides einfach irgendwelche Leute.
Wine used to rejuvenate me after periods of intense exertion and spellcasting. Now I can barely taste the stuff. A good thing too. Khajiiti wine is cloyingly sweet, like drinking candied plums boiled in moon sugar. I presume you have news?
Yep, Kamira wants us together at the Moon Gate of Anequina.
The Moon Gate? A noble but futile proposition, I fear. The Khajiit should pack up and flee while they still can. Let the Alliance armies deal with this. Show them some fights are more important than deciding whose posterior best fits the ruby throne.
Are you suggesting we give up Tharn?
No, no. Just pondering other options. Too much of what we're facing was the inadvertent result of my actions or the actions of my family. Dragons, Euraxians, necromancers. The responsibility falls to me, and balance must be restored.
So you're still with us?
Would you stand a chance otherwise? Without my arcane and strategic insights, anything you try is destined to fail. I won't have that on my conscience. Now, allow me to finish this sickeningly sweet inebriant. One last indulgence before the end.
I'll see you at the Moon Gate.
By the way, I believe I understand the purpose of the dragon horn. After much consideration, the use and function of the ancient instrument has become clear. The Dragon Guard were clever, I'll say that for them.
You know how to use the dragon horn?
Theoretical knowledge isn't the same as practical experience, but I believe I understand the fundamentals of its operation. The Dragon Guard prepared a horn taken from a massive dragon and engraved it with arcane runes, giving it astonishing power.
So the dragon horn is actually a dragon's horn?
Oh yes, I'm fairly certain of that. And I found historical references indicating the Dragon Guard gifted such relics to key locations, for their protection, you see. The one you located was originally in Rimmen before it was moved to the sanctuary.
So how do we use it?
We have neither the time nor resources to move the large relic, but the small horn you brought back, it's called a combat horn, by the way, was designed to be carried into battle. Once charged with energy, its sound weakens dragons.
Okay, Kamira charged the horn at the Shadow Dance Temple.
One problem solved then. The next is sheer age. This ancient combat horn is exceedingly fragile. I'm not sure how many times we can sound the horn before it disintegrates into dust. For that reason, I suggest we save it until we absolutely need it.
Das hat Kamira auch schon gesagt. Ja, und das ist jetzt ein sehr, sehr blödes Timing, weil wir noch eine Person nicht vor uns haben. Ich glaube, ich mache tatsächlich einfach mal eine Folge mit Überlänge. Die wird dann halt 30 Minuten lang. Und wir reden noch mit Prefect Carlo, heißt er. Und wir haben uns verlaufen. Also beziehungsweise nicht verlaufen, sondern ich bin stecken geblieben. Prefect Carlo. Hallo.
The quiet moments between battles. I like to spend the time catching up on my reading. History, military strategy, recipe books. My secret pleasure is a good mystery, though. And the new Investigator Veil is a real page-turner.
Yeah. Kamira wants us to gather at the Moon Gate of Anequina.
I've been waiting for the order to move out. I sent most of the Cygnus irregulars on ahead with Gareshri, but a small contingent remained here in case our earlier guess was wrong. I assume events in the ruins confirmed our theory?
Yes, I killed the betrayer, but not before he sent the moons in motion to open the moon gate.
Understood. We need to defend the moon gate and stop the dragons from using it when it opens. Keep them from reaching Jode's core. Well, at least now we have a mission. I just hope the Khajiit can get over their aversion to working with my troops.
Has there been much trouble in integrating your forces with the Khajiit?
Queen Euraxia's tyranny made the Khajiit wary. I don't blame them for that. I just want to show them that not all Imperials are tyrants, that they can trust at least a few of us. It will come, as long as we don't turn on each other first.
I'll see you at the moon gate. Oh, okay. Interessant, der hat sogar mal nicht direkt dann danach noch geredet. Das ist doch interessant. Okay. Ich stelle mich hier noch vorne ins Wasser und nehme auch mein Bad quasi, wie Cadwell das schon vorgeschlagen hat. Und vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Die Folge ist halt jetzt ein bisschen länger geworden. Nur 6 Minuten überzogen quasi. Aber ich überziehe sowieso standardmäßig 1-2 Minuten. Ja, nochmal danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, das Video hat dir gefallen. Bis zur nächsten Folge. Und ja, danke. Schönen Tag noch. Bye bye.